Hello and welcome to Mining with Moira. I'm your host, Moira. In this series, we talk about different ideas on how to increase productivity and safety and other cool trends in the industry like automation and predictability. Today, I'm doing something totally different. I'm hosting a Gingerbread Showdown. My co-host today is John Torpy, President and General Manager of Epiroc USA. John, this is amazing.
It's going to be awesome.
And I would like you to tell the viewers about our contestants today.
Starting with Team Naughty and Nice, we have Ed Gingerbread Head Greer, Kerry Cotton Candy Shoemaker. And on the other team, which is Team Shake and Bake, we have Matthew Icing in the Veins Inge and Tom Sugarmaker Schwind. In front of our contestants, they each have a gingerbread house kit. Now, all gingerbread houses tend to be the same, but when they're actually put together, they can turn out very differently. Similarly, there are companies that may look alike, but when you really dig into it and you understand how they operate, you see that what makes them up is actually quite different. So we are going to be building these houses, and they're going to share their secrets to running a great company as they do it.
So we have some rules of the game. There is some judges' criteria. Did they build a solid house? Did they use creativity and use of their resources here in the kitchen? Did they exhibit teamwork? And of course, safety, and is it edible? So let's go. I wanted just to touch base on your role and how you see building a strong foundation with the company.
I'm the hydraulic attachment tools business line manager. We have great manufacturing, great products, and that would be the building blocks of our foundation.
If you put it in the context of a gingerbread house, you think about having that strong foundation that you're talking about, and what better to keep it together than icing, which we know we all need. And I think the people, right, kind of represents that glue that keep us going strong, keeps us together.
Yep.
Ed, what do you think?
Well, as a key account manager, its customer relations are very important. And that's a big thing for Epiroc is we do have good integrity, good people, and our walls are falling down.
I want to point out the challenge items are behind Ed and Kerry, and you each have to incorporate at least 2 items in your creation. Kerry, you mentioned above the line. Can you take a deeper dive in that?
We have been working really hard as an organization going through the leadership journey, and we have almost 50 of our leaders in the U.S. Customer Center who have gone through the leadership journey training. And part of that, we talk about above the line, below the line, and being very creative in the work that we do means above the line, not going below the line, being very reactive in how we work with others, how we react to different challenges organizationally, but really trying to stay in that creative space and to challenge our coworkers to do the same. So we are building a culture that is very much, this is ingrained in how we work.
Team Shake and Bake, you have some unexpected items you had to choose from the challenge table. How do you deal with the unexpected situations at work?
The unexpected happens quite often. We do it normally with collaboration and a good strategy. So when problems happen, we continue with the strategy and we continue to try to make the right decisions and what's best for the customer.
Well, so we chose jalapenos and broccoli. Those were our 2 of the ingredients we found over there. 1, because they're both vegetables. 2, because they're both delicious, right? Would you agree?
I would.
Yeah. So broccoli, actually, fun fact, is one of the healthier vegetables. And one of the things we strive for is to be a healthy company, right? We want to be here for a long time. And the spice is good, right? Jalapenos, our company, I guess you could argue, is kind of spicy. We like to shake things up. We like to do things out of the norm and challenge the way things have always been done.
And a little out of the box.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Good. Hey, John, I think it's time to change things up.
We rotate some players onto different teams.
I'm seeing teamwork right away over on Shake and Nice.
We're over here with Team Naughty and Bake, Matthew and Ed. One thing I'm seeing is that you're starting to run out of key ingredient,
Yep.
your icing. You know, sometimes this actually happens when we're running the company. Is there's certain supplies that we start to run low on or we run out of, and we have to figure out how are we going to make sure that we take care of the customer. Ed, what's kind of your strategy when that happens?
So when that happens occasionally, then we just work with a team. We collaborate together to find out where we can find a solution for it, whether that's from another different vendor, from a different source, a different store, and really it becomes a teamwork of a lot of people on the team. And we have a great team, great people, and that's what makes the difference.
Matt, do you have maybe a good story to share?
I've been in the company for 11 years. And one of my roles about 7-8 years ago was product manager at the factory. And we had a customer that was having some issues with one of their machines. So me and an engineer flew on a plane, actually 3 planes now that I think about it, total of about 28 hours, if you can believe that. And we were there and we were present and we worked with them on the issue. And anything else could happen after the fact, but we were there, we were listening to them. They had people from the factory taking care of them, and that's what I think we strive for.
We had a customer that bought a brand new HB 3100 from us in 2007. Mm-hmm. That breaker has lasted 4 excavators. So this year he bought a brand new HB 3100, traded his old one in, which was still in working condition, because he was getting a new excavator and finally wanted to team it up with a brand new breaker. Awesome. So talk about reliability and durability. Mm-hmm. That's the example of that, and that's the example of the equipment that we make at Epiroc.
So for us, part of our process in recruiting the right person for the right job is the predictive index. We use that tool to help us really dig deep. Not only can the candidate perform the essential functions tactically, but also how they fit from a behavioral perspective into an already intact team. And so one instance where we've had a very recent success was in regards to our service centers. We needed somebody who was very analytical, who was also very collaborative, and going through that, the top 3 candidates, very different personality profiles. And so it really allowed us to hone in on the one individual that had all of the pieces that we knew we needed to ensure success for that role. So it's been great, and our service centers are doing really great work and streamlining a lot of the ways that they work today because of that.
Hey, John, I think it's time to start to close things out here.
Why don't we have Matthew go back to your original gingerbread house, and Kerry come on back over to Naughty and Nice, and you guys can see what happened on each other's teams while you were away. This was an adventure.
It totally
Yes.
was. What do you think of Naughty and Nice?
They really did a good job at going after the green initiative. I think the solar panels with the special ingredient was really one of the best things that they did. There's not a whole lot going on actually on the walls of the house and things like that. I think the foundation's probably there, but let's see if it's going to hold up as long as Shake and Bake's foundation.
I think I know who I'm going to pick.
1, 2,
3.
3. Shake and Bake!
Happy holidays!
All right. Well done. Well done. Congrats.
I hope you all enjoyed the show today.
A little bit of
Shake and bake! Shake and bake!
Important question for you guys. Ed, why do they call you Gingerbread Head?
It is edible, that's for sure.
All right.
So you got windows? Wow, that's how edible it is. Now do that with a jalapeno.
Are you kidding me?
bam.
Hey, Kerry, so tell us about what's going on here.
Unique New York.
Cinnamon candy.
What we did here is we also put a deck on with a small hot tub.
Are you eating all those, or have you put any of those on the house, or have you just eaten all them?
I've been eating on them.
So how do I segue into Tom sharing that?
Oh my God, Tom has a great story.
I guess it's that easy. Okay.